Hey y'all, tonight came in and today I'm going to be reading episode 12 of Symphogear XV. And damn, this season just keeps on one-upping itself. Holy fucking shit. And let me explain why. This episode made a lot of plot progression because I like how the first 7 minutes of the episode actually focused on Shenmue activating the Yagrat Elsh around the world, and you actually see Alpha 9 and Carol try to stop it, but they actually get defeated despite putting up a relatively decent fight. So I do like that because it shows the writing staff that, at the very least, the Orthverses were actually trying their best. And at the same time, it gives you the writing staff on the feats of Shenmue's powers because Carol was able to give the gear users some problems in one of the previous seasons. And now Carol up against Shenmue, and Carol got defeated relatively easily. So I do like that, because now it gives you a tangible power feat for Shenmue. Because, well, yes, you could argue that the beginning of last week's episode, you had Shenmue fighting against one of the ancestors of Maria, but we didn't really have a basis of those power levels. Here, now we do, because Carol, power-wise, was able to take on all the Noble Red members by herself with relative ease. So I do love that. It actually makes the competition they set up at the episode have a lot more gravitas. Then, after those 7 minutes are up, I like how this episode escalates further. You got Noble Red taking on, well, not Noble Red, technically this one's just Vanessa taking on Hibiki and Chris. And I love how the animators give the best girl Chris her damn spectacular movement her Evangelion. Ah! Yo, that shit as a Chris fanboy. Yo! If y'all already watched this episode before watching my review, y'all know I was going to react that way because Chris is my favorite character. And just to see her lay the smackdown on that Vanessa woman. Oh. Yes, I was a very happy camper. And it was a cool fight scene too. It was entertaining. And it wasn't just a fight with pretty visuals, because after the fight, it delayed to a moment with character development for Chris, because you could see some of that Hibiki rub off on Chris. Because she could have easily just finished off Noble Red, but instead, she actually spared them, and I really love that. See, and then the way she says, "Oh, Cinderella, like, I didn't save you because of you," that was just so fucking adorable. I was like, "Oh, Chris, we know you're lying, but it was adorable, so I'll let it pass." So I love that. That was a great story bit, and I like how it transitions to the stakes somehow even getting higher when Shenmue decides to blow up the lunar base, and then you have Noble Red use the pyramid technique to transport the Symphogear users to the Earth to set them up for a final confrontation versus Shenmue when they activate the X drive. And that was a nice way of ending off the episode, because you see Shenmue all pissed, you see the Earth red, and I love the way they establish the stakes, because during the episode they show you far away shots of the Earth, and then it ends with them going inside of the Earth, and that's a great way of giving you a grasp of what's on the line, what's at stake, so that when it goes to the episode 12, it's going to be grandiose and epic. So that's why I felt it did a lot from the story standpoint. It was just boom, 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 boom. It did not fuck around. And from a character standpoint, my goodness, this is the best episode by far. And it isn't just because I'm Chris biased, okay? It could be a part of it, but it's more than that. For one, this episode felt like it was a nice father-centric episode. Because for Tsubasa, you see her finally get over the PTSD for the most part. Because she takes Hibiki's hand when she's about to fall out of the formation. And I like how you finally see Tsubasa build up the courage. And that was a nice way of bouncing off the last week's episode. Because Maria did tell Tsubasa that at that moment she didn't have the courage to grab Hibiki's hand. But now Tsubasa does have the courage. And then when she finally comes to the realization that people are worth protecting because people in themselves are strong and they're worth protecting. I love that. It shows you Tsubasa's maturity of character and how the words of her father help her girl as an individual. And that's why I felt it did great for Tsubasa's character. It did great for Chris's character too. Because aside from her showing a bit more mercy when she made a beautiful speech to Noble Red saying stuff like, y'all, like when you have action, it's always nice to have a home to go back to. I found that to be really beautiful because you got to remember, in season 1 of Symphogear, Chris didn't really have a home, but now she does, and it's with her friends and all that. And I really love that in a way because it shows you how much as an individual Chris has matured, and that's why she's actually my favorite character in the series. If y'all wondering why is Chris the favorite? Why is she my favorite? It's because of that. She's the one that has gone through like the most tragic backdrop with having her parents dead and then being under captivity of Fina in season 1 to this where you see her mature, spare people and all of that. It just has come full circle at this point. So that's why I thought the character development for Chris was substantial. And then you have Hibiki, Lord, her character development was substantial too. Like when she took those words that her father gave her in one of the previous episodes and then she told them towards Noble Red. Those are really, really beautiful. And it shows you that the sequence that Hibiki had with her father, it was more than just comedic. It was a character building moment towards Hibiki. It helped her build character, and I love that. So you have character growth for Hibiki, and then you have character growth for her father because you actually see her father bravely go to where Hibiki's mother is at to help out Hibiki's mother and Hibiki's seemingly grandmother. So I love that. All in all, just so many characters going. Even Noble Red grows too because afterwards they help the crew go back into Earth so that they can save it. And that was a nice way send off towards them because I felt it was beautiful and I think it's going to make it memorable, you know? And I like the sad music that was playing as how they dissipated. Well, I mean, at least I felt sad when Vanessa and Elsa died. For Millerick, I'm like, no, I didn't feel sad when that bitch died. But for Elsa, I honestly did feel sad for her because she hasn't really done anything evil. And for Vanessa, I felt somewhat sad. Still kind of like, because she tried to kill her Carol turn a few episodes ago. But, I mean, I felt sad for her. So I got to give props to the writing staff. They did a good job there, too. And, yeah, that's why I thought this episode was so phenomenal. So much character metamorphosis in this episode. And the payoff was just beautiful. And then the animation art were beautiful, as always, I got to say. Shout out to the animators that animated Chris's Amygdalian form in the Symphogear uses transformation sequences near the end. They were extremely beautiful. Shenmou's facial expressions were really expressive. Music was artful. Voice performances were great. And that's why I'm going to rate this episode, y'all, an 11 out of 10 because it deserved it. So anyways, everyone, these are my thoughts on Symphogear XP episode 12. Be sure to comment down your thoughts on the episode in the comment section below. Rate the video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later if you come back for more. Alright, y'all, thank you so much for watching. Have a great and safe day. Bye-bye.